Hello and welcome back to the Bodcast. It is episode 207 and I'm joined by my sneezy wife.
I'm not sneezing. Achoo! I think I'm going to sneeze, but I'll try and hold it in.
Okay. So this week we're going to talk about a little bit about kind of women and appealing to girls to build and that kind of stuff due to the new campaign. Is it a campaign?
A bit of marketing from Lego to try and get girls building, I guess.
Yeah. So they've taken the old Run DMC song.
It's like that. That's how it goes, isn't it? It's like that, and that's the way it is.
And they've changed it to
She built that, and that's the way it is. Yeah. Very subtle change. Did you see what they did there?
Yeah, I did see. Yeah. But yeah, so that I find it slightly weird that, you know, I can see them taking the song and changing the lyrics and to push towards getting girls to build and feel confident about building.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought you'd have done it with a female act.
Is there not a female in Run DMC? I don't know. I know the song. I'm Googling them. Oh, it's just, no. That's odd. I guess they just went, oh, that fits with all
Yeah. I can see that, but I don't know. They could have done Build Up Your World by Spice Girls.
Did I read somewhere that Jerry Halliwell is trying to make it people power instead of girl power? Or was I don't feel I can trust the internet anymore when I read these kind of things. But she wanted everyone to feel empowered. This might be absolute rubbish made up by AI. I don't trust the internet.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
It's full of lies.
Yeah. So what was your tagline? Brick power? No. Oh.
Build up the world.
Spice up your life.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not as good.
No.
She built that, and that's the way it is. I mean, it's weird. I didn't really listen to all the lyrics, but
I mean, I also feel it's slightly weird doing an advertising campaign aimed towards
current generation.
Yeah,
a really old song.
Fairly young us with a song that, I mean, how old is it? And we find out using the internet, which may be lying to us.
What? It says 1984.
That sounds about right.
But I remember that song. Was it not new when we were young?
No.
Oh my. Yeah. Okay. That's crazy. That song's as old as I am, and I'm old.
It's true.
You're older, just to clarify.
A little bit.
Yes, a lot of it.
A little bit.
A lot of it. You're born in a completely different year to me, so it's definitely a lot of it.
Yeah, sure. But I do think, building up girls' confidence in building is an important thing to do, and I think it was interesting. Some of the data that they've produced along with this campaign was looking at that the image that you most associate with the term builder is a male construction builder wearing, a hard hat and everything.
Yeah.
Which I think is understandable.
Well, it's that's where it's come from. Things have changed, but that was the iconic, a builder is a builder.
Yeah. Literally. And I think the fact that a construction worker is called a builder, it's not, there's not that people have gone, construction workers, building is, it's like, no, literally another name for a construction worker is a builder.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that when you hear the term builder, you think of construction worker, and we know that the majority of construction workers are male, so it's then natural to think of a male construction worker.
Yeah. So if you use the term Lego builder, what do you think of? I didn't feel like I have a stereotype for that.
No.
Which is good.
But I did think one of the interesting things was, so they had all these different terms, and it was like they looked at whether adults thought that they were masculine or feminine,
right? And
then they did the same for children, and it's really interesting. So, builder came out as masculine, but designer came out as feminine, as did I can't remember, was it creative?
Right.
So I thought that was an interesting thing, that because obviously with Lego, I don't know about you, but if you picture a like stereotypical Lego designer,
Male.
you think male.
Mm.
But I did have a look, because on Brickset they list the designer for some of the sets, and so I took the 2025 sets,
right,
and sorted them by piece count, so the biggest piece count first.
Yeah.
And scrolled down till I found one with designer, and so the first one with a designer listed was the Steamboat.
That was female, wasn't it? I think. Yeah.
So, because that's good, because we quite often see, like, they made a really big deal about, is it Amy?
Yeah, Lego Masters.
Yeah, because was she
Brickmaster Amy, that's what she's called.
Brickmaster. Because was she lead designer for Friends at some point?
Yeah, I think she was.
I assume she still does design stuff, or is she now just full time?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So they made quite a big deal about that, but it was like, I feel that having a female designer on a theme aimed at girls in some ways makes sense, but it doesn't try and spread
no
people across.
It kind of pigeonholes it a bit more. Like, if you want to design Lego, you're only allowed to do the girly stuff.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
But like, I just found it interesting. So, as I said, in Brickset, you can find the design of a set, and then you can click on them, and then it might show you the other sets that they designed. And so, I can't remember her name. Marina? Is it?
The Steamboat person.
The Steamboat.
Her name was Marina. That's funny. Is that where you find a steamboat?
I think maybe.
In a marina?
Yeah. But so, some of the other sets is designed includes like Star Wars sets that I have no interest in, know what they are. So but I think that's really good to see. I think it's important. I don't think that
girls like Star Wars too.
Girls do.
Not this girl, but some girls do.
And I don't think it's necessarily that a female designer will design sets that appeal more to girls.
No.
Like, it could easily be that a designer who has, it's their children and, like, their nephlings that determine...
Did you say nephlings?
Nephlings.
What's a nephiling?
Gender-neutral term for nieces and nephews.
I have never heard that before. Is that an actual thing? Or have you just made
so.
It up? Nephlings?
I think nephlings is the term.
You've just made that up. How do you spell it?
I don't know.
Wow. It's not as widely used as nibblings.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, we have to have nibblings.
Okay. So I think a designer, watching their nibblings, they will learn more about what kids need than, thinking back to their own childhood.
Right.
Because memory is hugely fallible, and so what you remember about your own childhood is often actually more influenced by what you're told about your childhood. As I say, so I don't think the gender of the designer is a huge indication
of what they'll be
designing and who it will appeal to. But I think it is nice to have a mix, and it's also nice to make sure that people see there's a mix.
Yeah.
Because it tends to be, when you think of Lego designers, you think of men. And like, I did scroll through the sets, and a lot don't list the designer. I don't know if that's because they're new and it takes a while to get that information through. And also, I think the Bricklink designer program ones are all huge, and I don't think any of those listed designers.
Right.
But so,
well, surely it should, or are you saying
but
it's not the Lego
designer?
Yeah, okay,
so
it's not the
designer,
okay.
I guess. I don't know. But then, the next ones I found, they were all male.
Right.
So I don't know if that's again because there's a lot more male designers than female designers, or
are there any stats anywhere about like the workforce of Lego?
Possibly. Not that I'm aware.
I don't know. I feel like they don't really share that kind of stuff because they're a private company, so they don't.
Yeah.
Do they have to? I don't know if they have to.
I can't remember whether they would have to. They probably do. Most European countries have to give stats on, like, male to female ratios.
In 2021, women represented 34% of Lego's workforce. The company aims to have a gender balanced board of directors, 50% of female versus male, by January 2028. And gender balance at all levels by 2032. So they have like a direction that they're going in.
Yeah.
What I found interesting about the video, I was watching it and thinking, this is great, but all they're showing is like she built that from some instructions in my head. I'm like, yes, okay, you can follow instructions. That's fine. But then did you see the pufferfish?
Yes.
And that's not a Lego set, but it should be. So then I was more pleased to see, she built that, as in she can create stuff herself.
Yes.
Because really, Lego's creativity should be about using the bricks for your own stuff.
Yeah.
Not following the instructions. Like that is the directive of Lego, right?
Yes.
Creativity, not
and that was a
ability
huge
to follow instructions.
part of the Lego movie.
Yes.
Which I think I remember watching Dave Gorman doing a bit about it and getting quite frustrated with what he said.
Why? What did he say?
Because he talked about the fact that like the Lego movie was all about building stuff, and then Lego produced sets based on the film where it's like, go and build this exact thing.
Right.
Which is kind of missing more of the subtlety of the movie, which is it's about building the sets to learn the techniques and then using those sets and the techniques you've learned to build other stuff.
Yeah.
But
I want the pufferfish.
You want
so
the
I've decided the
pufferfish.
pufferfish was cute. I need a pufferfish in my life.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay. Have we got anything more to say?
It's got the song stuck in my head. I don't know the new words. I only know the old words.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know if that's all that exciting.
It's okay. The kids today won't know the old words. They'll only get the new words.
She
it's fine.
built that, and that's the way it is. I mean, I saw on Greg's story that he had been to Leicester Square today. Is that right? Let's go have a look at Greg. So they've got stickers that says blank built that, so you can put your name in it and put it next to your creation. But it's all over the store that she built that, like the window. So they are obviously going for it with this campaign. I wonder if the Lego Instagram as well has it, because unless I Google these things, sometimes you never hear this stuff.
No.
Like, I think the marketing just doesn't make it to me. Maybe I'm not paying attention to their marketing enough. I mean, I don't see it on their Instagram at all.
No, that's a bit of a shame.
Oh, they got their Pride stuff instead, which is also relevant. So,
Okay.
So this is like, how are you meant to know about it? Wait, if it's not on their Instagram, where are they advertising this apart from in their store?
I don't know.
Is it on
I found out about it from Jay.
Oh. I said to you about it and you didn't.
Yeah, and then I googled it.
Oh, okay.
And that's
it is on
how I
the.
found
It's the first thing on the the webpage. So
yeah.
I guess it's. Yeah. Doesn't really say much about it though. It just says she built that.
Yeah.
Toys for Girls is what it takes you to when you click on it.
Which is really interesting because I thought they'd completely got rid of the concept of for boys and for girls.
Well, it says Toys for Girls, searching for the best Lego toys for girls. All Lego sets are for girls, and if you're stuck for inspiration, you'll find some great ideas here. Girls can create Lego brick versions of their favourite characters with brick heads and discover creative builds with 3-in-1.
So what are the example sets that they give?
What, when you get to this page?
Yeah.
So you've got fantasy, you have Disney, Harry Potter, Gabby's Doll's House, and Disney. And then you've got animals and nature, because we all know girls love animals and nature.
Yeah.
Bunny, flamingo, cat, bouquet, friend set. And then you've got storyteller. Friend set, friend set, friend set, friend set, friend set. So they've not really...
So we're not seeing...
They're not really
Star Wars,
saying...
we're not seeing Ninjago. We're seeing, again, what's always been seen as the sets aimed towards girls.
Yeah, well, Cool Toys for Girls has a Fortnite one in. And a Minesweeper, no. That's a different game entirely.
It is.
Minecraft, it's the Creeper. I just put them two together.
Yes.
I didn't mean to. Then you've got some Technic as well. So if you
If
scroll
you
along,
far enough, you'll
find some that might not be traditional girly Lego in your opinion. Yeah. There's saying girls can do anything, and then there's putting sets that support that idea front and centre. I don't know. They want to sell the sets, ultimately.
They do.
So they're going to put the ones that they think are going to be more popular.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It's just a little disappointing.
Yeah, when you get right to the bottom, there's space. Is Lego Friends for boys or girls? Lego Friends is great for kids who like deep character development and a way to discover and explore their own personality and interests. Do toys enforce gender stereotypes? There's quite a lot of interesting questions here. No, yes, maybe. Stereotypically feminine toys have in the past been related to nurturance, care, beauty and attractiveness, whereas stereotypically masculine toys are usually focused around technology, competition, aggression, construction and action.
This is why they've chosen flowers and animals as suitable things for girls.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? What are non-gendered toys? I mean, toys. Toys are non-gendered toys. All toys are toys. Unless you're using it with your genitals, is that what they say?
Yes.
Then it's not a gender toy, and if you are using it with your genitals, it's not a kid's toy.
Yes.
It's a weird thing, isn't it? Do kids prefer gender toys? No boy is born with some kind of biological preference for blue things. I mean, the colours as well are stupid. Yeah. She built that. Yay. Go girls. Building puffer fishes. Woohoo. What, is that weird?
A little bit.
It's an interesting minefield, isn't it? All Lego toys are for all kids, however they identify themselves. The thing is that at that young age, it's not the kids that are doing the identifying. It's the adults.
Yeah.
That they identify their children for them. And they'll say, you're a boy, have this boy set. Because until we get to that next generation, we are all stuck a little bit with what we were brought up thinking. And it's hard to undo that.
Yeah.
But we're trying.
I mean, you see this a lot, particularly for young children, it's the parents going into a toy shop and going, where do I get toys for baby girls? Yeah. And then they'll get sent to the little pink section.
At school, like, it was breakfast club and there happened to be a pink bowl given to a boy. Because I see the bowls as bowls. And instantly, it's like, oh, you don't want that pink bowl. It probably doesn't taste nice from that. And I'm like, why are you telling someone?
What, who said this? Okay.
Why are you telling them what to think? Why are you even drawing attention to the colour of a bowl?
Yeah.
Like, at no point, and like, they swapped the bowl out. It didn't need to happen. It was ridiculous.
Yes.
I was like, no, I'm not on board with this. I mean, I specifically give my kids coloured bowls in the morning based on their preference for what their favourite colour is.
Yes.
Because if I don't, they shout at me. But never...
Yeah. But so Hayley's favourite colour at the
blue.
Moment is blue. It's changed a number of times.
Yeah, but it is...
when she'll settle on one permanently.
She's had blue for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Leah...
It's yellow.
...has been yellow
mainly
ever since we painted her room green.
No, we painted her room yellow. Her room's yellow. We painted it... Yeah, we painted her bed green.
We painted her bed green, yeah.
And she went off green at that point.
Yes.
But she says she likes all the colours, but yellow is definitely her preference. Yeah. I think it is silly.
Yeah.
Silly. But yeah, she built that. And that's the way it is. I can't help it.
I know, it's quite funny.
Other things in the news this week was the prosthetic for, I think, an 8-year-old.
Yeah. That's local to us, isn't it?
I think,
That's Hampshire.
Yeah. So they have been given a new prosthetic and it's all Lego themed. But they've specifically gone to the effort of embedding 2 plates, actual Lego plates in, so that they can customise their arm.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool because I was reading the news article on it. because it was, I was reading on BBC News.
Yeah, but it's
and I don't know if that's just because it showed up because we're in Hampshire, or whether it made it more nationally. But it's quite interesting because they talked about how it's really good because the kid is really proud of it and will show it off. And that's kind of what you want for a kid with a prosthetic, is to make them feel proud of it and wanting to show it off, not feeling ashamed of it. So I think things like that is really cool, just making it fit what the person wants.
Yeah. Is it akin to, though, like giving a kid a tattoo? I mean, they're currently using their arm to represent their interests, which is kind of what a tattoo would do. You wouldn't let an 8-year-old have a tattoo, would you?
But that's because they're permanent.
Yeah. So. You can swap the arm out. Yeah,
I have no idea what like the lifespan of a prosthetic is.
No. Well, I guess as you're growing, minimal, because otherwise you're going to end up with a really short arm.
I remember. I'm assuming it was Adam Hills.
Yeah, well, that's one of our main references for prosthetics.
Talking about when he was a kid, prosthetics came in just adult sizes. So if you had a prosthetic foot, it was an adult size foot kind of thing, and
it's weird, isn't it?
Which in some ways you can understand, because kids' feet grow really quickly. They get through so many shoes. Having to get a new foot each time, like once a year kind of thing, that's presumably quite a lot of
money
and time and effort. I'm assuming that it's not just you go and pick one off a shelf. It has to be fitted for each prosthetic.
I think it's fine to have like Lego on your arm if it's not a real arm.
Yeah, I think it's really...
I'm not saying we should tattoo 8-year-olds.
No.
I was just like comparing it, like that is your identity there. Like this is part of your personality now on your arm.
Yeah.
What would you do if you had a Lego plate in your arm? Like, what would you build on your arm?
Don't know.
Yeah.
You can use dots to do your own tattoos.
Yeah. But would you like go to the effort of making something even like massive that a big design? I don't think so.
Because you'd still want to be
able to like, here's my Lego city on my arm. I can't bend my arm anymore, but how cool is it? I suppose you could do it seasonally as well, like different coloured trees and things. Oh, the leaves have all fallen off because it's autumn. And also because I moved my arm too much, they just fell off. I don't know, it's cool. But I like that they do that kind of stuff.
I don't know if Lego were involved in it.
Or it was just the prosthetics people.
Yeah. May not even be genuine Lego, you never know.
Don't even say that. I mean, the picture part, because it's got the brick design, that doesn't look like Lego. It just looks like generic, colourful bricks sorted together. But yeah. As a Lego snob, do we disown the child if it's not got genuine Lego? Think of the sun damage as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Slather on some UV. Can we UV our sun cream our Lego and store it outside?
No.
Would it not save it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because, when you put sun cream on, it absorbs into the skin. It's not going to absorb into the Lego to give it protection. So, like, a dollop on top of it will stop that bit from getting sun damage. So
you have to completely smother it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Encase it in suntan lotion. Yeah,
that sounds expensive and weird, and also it probably would degrade it in some other way.
Probably.
So, okay, we've randomly offshot onto weird things.
We have. Are we going to talk about what we're doing next week?
We don't know what we're doing next week.
That's true. The puppets haven't arrived.
We're not doing the puppets. It's our 4-year anniversary of the podcast. Is that right?
Yeah, close enough.
And we want to do something special, but we still haven't worked out what.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm sure we'll work it out.
Yeah.
We're not going to work it out.
We're not. We're just going to do a standard episode, aren't we?
Maybe. One thing that we should request is anything you want us to talk about. Like, give us some podcast ideas. Yeah. 4 years worth of podcast idea generation is hard. And we want to keep it fresh and interesting for you. So if you want us to discuss something at length, just drop it in the comments.
If you just want, to ask a quick question, you can always do question and answer stuff.
Bit of Q&A, That's fair.
Yeah. So, hopefully that is what we're doing next week.
Might be a fun quiz for you.
A fun quiz for me.
Yeah, I love doing quizzes for you. You really enjoy them too. I can tell by your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we won't do a quiz. I'm sorry.
Okay. But so if that sounds exciting, then join us next week. Until then, if you want to have any thoughts about what we talked about, stick them in the comments.
If you want to have thoughts, ask permission first. No
Yes,
having thoughts
yeah.
without checking
If you
first.
don't want to have thoughts, don't feel obliged to think. It's completely down to you. But if you do have thoughts about the topics that we've covered, then chuck them in the comments somewhere through whatever platform you want.
And we'll respond.
Will we? Okay.
I will.
Carrie will respond. And
Me.
I might. I sometimes look at comments.
You do often. Anyway.
But anyway, yes. So, yeah, we will see you next week for another exciting episode of the podcast.
But we won't actually see you because this is not a seeing platform.
I can see them all.
No, you can't.
Can.
You're being weird.
Never.
Bye.
Bye.